Hi everyone, I'm just making a ginger beef and snow pea stir fry with rice, and I wanted to show you how easy it is to create really quick family meals. We absolutely love the Asian flavours, so this is a great one for our whole family. I've prepped all the ingredients ahead of time, so I'm going to step you through that now. So we're going to start cooking, and what we've prepared here is the garlic clove, some beautiful fresh ginger, and because it is ginger beef, I've actually done a little bit more than 15 grams, and one red chilli which I didn't bother to de-seed. So pop that into the mixing bowl. Okay, so we just mince that down on speed 7. Beautiful chilli, ginger and garlic. Don't breathe in when you do this. Okay, so now I've minced that down. The recipe's asking for 200 grams of beef rump steak cut. I've doubled that, and I'll explain how to cook that off in 2 batches. So if you're cooking for your family and you're wanting to increase the amount of protein that you're cooking, it can be really easily done. So you'll see that's now 400 grams of rump steak, 2 teaspoons of corn flour, 15 grams of honey, 70 grams of teriyaki sauce, which you can actually make yourself. It's in our wonderful sauces collection, so that can all be gluten-free. 20 grams of sesame oil, 20 grams of sake. I actually didn't have this, so I've used Chinese wine instead, and 15 grams of lime juice. That's just going to stir on reverse now. Okay, so that's ready to come out of the mixing bowl to set aside and marinate for up to an hour. So if you're wanting some really quick, speedy family midweek meals, you could do this ahead of time and have that beef marinating overnight if you'd like to. Okay, so it does say to clean and dry the mixing bowl. If you don't have anyone in the house that doesn't mind extra added flavour to their rice, why bother to do dishes? Just continue on. Place a simmering basket on top and weigh in your rice. What I've done ahead of time is I've weighed my rice in. It's asking for 180 grams of short grain rice, and I've weighed in approximately 300 grams of jasmine rice, given it a good wash to release the starches, and I'm just going to pop that simmering basket straight into the Thermomix. Okay, so it's time to remove our steamed rice. So the correct way to do that is to hook your spatula into your simmering basket. See if I can do it from this angle. And pop it aside in the thermal serving bowl. So one of the best things about having a second jug for your Thermomix is that you can actually go straight into cooking the next part of the dish, which is to add 10 grams of sesame oil, 250 grams of sugar peas or snap peas you can use. And you can see I really love to use all of my Thermomix utensils, so I've rinsed my peas in the simmering basket. And now I'm going to pop the splash guard on top because we're going to stir fry these off at high heat. I just love hearing that high heat sizzle. Okay, so our snow peas have done the 5 minutes at high heat, so they're beautifully sautéed off. I'm going to use my oval thermal serving bowl to set those aside and keep them, popping the lid on straight away to keep that heat in. So it's time to add the reserved marinated beef. What I'm going to do is bring my scales up, because remember that I actually doubled the beef at the beginning of the recipe. I want to make sure that when I'm using the high heat, that I'm cooking it off in 200 gram batches. So we can go into our scales manually, weigh in the 200 grams, saute the first lot off, and then we can saute the second lot off. And cooking that off now for 5 minutes. Here's is our first lot of stir-fried beef, so I'm going to pop that into the thermal serving bowl with the peas. So what you can do if you want to cook a second batch of beef is just go on the back arrow and put the remaining 200 grams of beef and repeat the process. Okay, so now we've simmered off our second lot of beef. Time to remove the splash guard. We're going to add 6 spring onions or shallots to the jug. The reserve marinade, and because that has the corn flour in it, it'll thicken beautifully. And the reserve peas and beef that we sautéed off just a little bit earlier. Just inserting the measuring cup into the mixing bowl lid. We're going to gently stir and heat that on reverse for a couple of minutes. So we've come to the end of our time where we've heated our beef and snow peas and marinade. So there you have the beautiful finished healthy dinner, stir-fried ginger beef with snap peas. Bon appetit.